All right, welcome back. Trying to, what's going on here? Oh, that's just the phone. Okay. All right, so continuing on here, been working on the fuel system, kind of like I talked about in the last video. I haven't really gotten past the fuel system. I didn't do as much yesterday because I was busy doing some things, and then today it was such a nice day. First day of fall, decided to go get in the pool and enjoy the pool a little bit this afternoon before it does get too cold for that. So, but anyways, I got some things done. First of all, while we're sitting here, I've got, let me get my light here. Hopefully you guys can see this a little bit. There we go. So I got the pumps installed, and I got the line from the UATs. There's the step down, or step up, I should say, that comes, well, no, it's a step down because your 8mm from the tanks, everything in the tanks is 8mm. 8mm through the UAT, out the UAT, and then right before it gets to the pump, it steps down to 6mm. Connected to the 4mm line. I have the, it's hard to see, but I have the line from the pump all the way to the motor with the shutoff valve right down where I kind of talked about it before on both sides. That's connected now. I've got all the fuel tanks connected with the clips on. I had to use some lock wire here, and I got to put, nope, I got the lock wire there and there. Still have to run the lines for the fill ports, but that'll just be a 6mm all the way to the nose to the dry locks. Added these little guys here. These are just some little things I had from some other things that I made for holders. They work great for these bigger tubing. They're really lightweight, just glue them on. They're kind of like line holders. Got the airlines ran. They're going to be coming out the side here as well of electronics, so it'll be kind of, well, there won't be much electronics. The only electronics running through here will be from the nose, and the batteries coming back here. Yeah, so that's essentially done. I did add a couple things, which takes a little while to kind of hold wires and keep the, or not wires, but the air tubes or the fuel lines. God, I can't talk today. From drooping down beside the tanks. Keeps them in position here. What took up most of the time was getting this thing done and everything. So it took a little while to get the hatch right. So this is the hatch that goes in here, and there's no really good way to show you guys this. Let me actually, let's see here. Let's see how this works. So let me screw this guy in. Actually, yeah, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. So let's just kind of see how this works. This will be the first time I've kind of messed with it since I got it finished to kind of connect everything. So let's see here how this will work. Yeah, see, it's not that bad, but getting everything, yeah, you can't spin it, so that's the only problem. Actually, yeah, you can. So just do this, thread this guy on. There we go. Good deal. Okay, so did I do that right? Nope, I did that wrong. All right, so let me back this out just a little bit. There we go. There we go. So it's gonna go just, keeps wanting to unscrew from that. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. So this will run forward here, and then this, at this point, gotta get, oh, hello. There we go. Not too bad. So you can kind of do all this stuff. Oof. That's the hard part, is connecting this. So I'll just kind of get it started here. There we go. Huh. Yeah, I don't have don't have the air brake all the way extended. That's the problem. Well, this will kind of give you guys a chance to see it anyway, so plug this bad boy in. It wasn't hard. It went pretty quick, actually. I was just going real slow. There we go. I just went real slow to kind of, you know, trim it. I wanted to keep it as tight as possible. That way it looked nice, you know. And I'm actually gonna paint this mount in here. Oh, there it goes. That way you really don't see any of the ugly paint. So there you go. And I'm not gonna put there's a lot of screws. Actually, I drilled 2 more on the end because there was a block here, here, and here that I didn't even notice. So it's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 little screws to hold this guy in. So that's what you get. Nothing crazy. Actually, I haven't even ran this all the way down yet. So let's see here. See if it binds. I may have to trim a little bit more right here, but that was the last thing I was doing. There you go. It doesn't line up perfectly in the back for some reason. I think it's just the way they installed it. But let's see here. Where's my flashlight? What do I do with the flashlight? Oh, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it in there. Yeah. I think I need to trim just like maybe 1/8 of an inch more at the top there, and it'll be perfect. So yeah, not too bad. Almost there. May not even have to do it, but I'll give it a little bit more clearance anyways to kind of see that way it's not hitting anything. Plus, I mean, when I screw that down a little bit more, that's pretty quick. Weather, and when it's out, it's pretty much right on. So it's getting it out will be the problem. So we'll see how it goes. Then the first couple inches is what really bogs it down because it doesn't have any leverage. But if I have to, I'll go with the stronger actuator, and it'll be a little bit slow. It'll be quite a bit slower actually. So that's where we're at so far. So now, fuel system's done, speed brake's essentially done. So now it's time to run the servo wires and do the airlines, the rest of the airlines. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically run the main gear up, main gear down, to the center, tee them, run a single line for each forward. The same for the brake. And there's also the unlock that I'll do that and run forward to. I probably could put the unlock with the up, but you know that just seems to never work out. Because the F-22 has the same thing. It has a unlock on the mains, and it's just a one-way. So you need basically a brake valve or a one-way valve to unlock it, and then once the gear comes up, you know, that air cylinder or that valve can essentially de-energize and release. Because it's spring-loaded in the lock position. So when the gear comes down, the little ball comes in and hits this little groove and it locks it. So, yeah. But what is that at? Let's see how... 940, that's not too bad. So it's a lot more in here than it looks like. Like I said, I've got a bunch of little fuel line holders run through here and down the fuselage to hold the airline here. It's all secure, not the airline, the fuel line. So the fuel line is all secure. in every spot. Vent lines are now hooked up with the clamps on them. So like I said, all the fuel system's done. I gotta put some shoe goop in there to hold the UAT in. They come with these rubber straps. The Zicoi or Chicoi, however you want to say it if you're from Spain. This actually goes over, and there's two little pieces on each side of the UAT that this kind of locks in or kind of holds into. But these always break. They dry rot and break in no time, so I quit using them. You could use a rubber band or something, or some Velcro, but I don't have a way to wrap through this side, so unless I could just put glue a little piece on here and run it over to that or something. But it's just as easy to put some shoe goop in there, because you just need to hold it in place. These, even with fuel in them, they're not that heavy and they don't move that much. You just don't want them coming out. And a lot of times, even if they come out, they're not going to go very far. You just don't want it flip the wrong way and end up getting an air bubble or something, or the pickup being out of the fuel, because these will generally have a little air bubble in just the very top half, which is normal. If you do get larger air bubbles and like the UAT drops down a little bit, you need to go to a higher or a bigger UAT. That means you're sucking more fuel than the UAT can handle, so it's cavitating on you. So yeah, so that's about it. I'll check. I don't know what time it is, but I might call it a night. I gotta get up tomorrow. It's gonna be a long week for me. End of the month work stuff it's like I don't have any work throughout the month, and it all comes due like at the end of the month. So this week will be pretty busy with work, so that'll cut down on time getting out here. Plus I have a trip coming up this weekend to New York. Go visit and hang with some peeps, and my buddy Jace and some of his friends for his birthday. Which reminds me, you guys, if you like good rock, good metal, check out Jace Lewis, man. He's got some good stuff. He's a good friend of mine. He's from the UK. He's Welsh. Interesting story on how I met him and everything, but we became pretty good friends, and going up for his birthday. Probably see some old Army buddies too while I'm at it, but that's just for the weekend, and I'll be back Sunday. But I'll lose a weekend of building, which sucks because Georgia is rapidly approaching. It's like I got 2.5 weeks before Georgia Jets, and was hoping to fly this there, but if it don't happen, it don't happen. I would like to, but I'm not going to kill myself. This stuff is like the slow part. I mean, I'm really close to going from it's not really done to being like, hey, you're pretty much finishing it up. You got to get on the scales and balance it and do final setup. I mean, once these wires are ran up here, then it's essentially just hooking everything up. I can put the nose on it and get everything hooked up at that point, and that part generally goes pretty quick. So be patient, hang with me. There's a lot of detailing stuff that I'm not going to do until after it's made, like putting some lenses on these things to make them look a bit more real, things like that, and maybe do some painting. The tires and the wheels, they always paint these inside of these wheels green, some kind of green, and then the mains, but I can always do that after it's made and if I run out of time. So, but yeah, you guys have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, thumbs up, thumbs down. Still no comments lately, but it's rolling. Won't be much left after this. Get these things done that I need to do. The rest will be fairly quick and everything. So you guys take it easy, have a good night, and I'm gonna get back at it. Cheers.